perfect, it don't stink, man. That shit, she like, how you do that work? I said, get high off a seat. I might go and buy 40 pints, cause I really sick. I might go and buy some more cars, cause I'm really rich. They like smooth, how you do it, boy? How you make it hit? Supercharger on my motor, this is not no V6. Oh my god, my bitch so cold, I just tell her, give me a kiss. Oh my god, my bitch so bad, I just make her give me a kiss. All my bitches princesses, they be throwing pissy feet. Walk inside the Gucci store.
Alright guys, what's up? My name is Donreal, back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about 15 things I learned at 24. Alright, so tomorrow is my birthday. I will be turning 24. Damn, time flew, bro. That's all I'm going to say. Time flew. Anyways, yeah, my name is Donreal. If you're new to the channel, I make vlogs about literally anything that I just find interesting. I have a lot of vlogs that I've shot recently. I just haven't uploaded. I've edited them. I just haven't uploaded them. I don't know why it was keeping me from doing it, but I feel like I really should upload them. But I feel like this is gonna go up way before any of those because my birthday is tomorrow and I'm trying to upload it on my birthday. But yeah, 15 things I learned at 24, from like 19 turning 20 to 23, turning to 24. I was gonna make one at 25, but I was like, yo, I might not even be alive at 25. So yeah, I really want to make it now. So I'm just gonna make it now. So first things first, right? None of these that I took notes, but I didn't like script the video. So if I say any words wrong or pronounce anything wrong, just that's why. And these are not in order. These are not in order, by the way. They're just there, right? This is critical things that I learned that like helped me like get better. But the first thing that I'm gonna say is just listen, right? Just listen, bro. When I say this, I mean like when you go somewhere, right? When you go somewhere and you're somewhere new, people don't know you. Even if you go to a party, work, anywhere that involves anybody else, just listen, right? Don't say anything. Don't try to be the life of the party. Just like don't try to get people to like you. Just keep your mouth shut and just listen, right? And I say that because you'll learn a lot of things when you listen. People will tell on themselves when you listen. You'll get to know a lot more about people if you just listen, right? Like have conversations, right? So like when you're talking to somebody, just listen. Don't have whatever's in your head. How do I say this? You're a good listener if whatever you have in your head, right, changes. So if I'm talking to somebody and I already have what I'm going to say in my head, and then they're talking to me and then I'm listening, whatever they say, I'm going to make it change, right? Whatever's in my head is going to change because I'm listening. So that's my first thing, right? Just listen.
Look at this dude.
The second thing, right? Watch the actions, right? Watch the actions. So when I say just listen, right? Like those go hand in hand because if you can listen to what someone is saying, right? But if you pay attention to their actions, right? And it's completely different from what they're saying, it's going to save you a lot of time and like trying to like, I don't know, like take their word or believe what they're saying or count on them or something like that. There's been so many times where I'll be with someone or I'll be like, I don't know, working with whoever and they're talking and I'm listening, right? I'm listening and what they're saying sounds nice on paper, but their words won't their words won't match it. And then it'll kind of leave you wondering in your head, like it'll just leave you confused because you're just like, bro, like what? Yeah, but watch their actions. If you watch their actions and just listen to what they're saying, they're either telling themselves or you'll know more about them. Like just speaking is really what you should be doing less of. Like just watching this way, you got 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 mouth, because you know you should be doing more of those. Next one is the third one is surround yourself with people better than you, right? Surround yourself with people better than you, right? And this is actually 2, so 3 and 4, right? So you are your friends, right? You are your friends, and I say that because how do I even explain this? It's just like you are your friends. The people you hang out with, you find yourself comfortable hanging out with them because they're doing usually what you do or you're doing what they do, right? And even if you're the one that doesn't stick out, I promise you, you do exactly what they do. you do exactly what they do. And I say hang out with people better than you, right? Because like I said, this is from a personal experience, right? And this is just what I learned. If I want to become, because I want to be like the best version of myself, right? Whenever I want to be better than my old self, right? I associate myself with people that are stronger than me, right? Because I go to the gym, right? And that's actually one on here, right? I go to the gym and I want to be able to squat like 500, bench maybe 405, 500 as well. I don't know, stuff like that, right? But I associate myself with powerlifters, right? Like I'm always around them. I'm constantly shooting them, right? I shoot powerlifters, and most of the powerlifters are stronger than me, right? They're way stronger than me. And because I hang out with them and I'm constantly shooting them and stuff like that, it motivates me to get stronger. Want to constantly be on that level, right? Like I said, like you are your friends. If you're hanging out with people who aren't doing nothing, stuff like that, and like they're just not doing nothing with their life, you're gonna be on that level. You're not gonna grow because they're on a certain level and you're comfortable being at that level. So you're not growing. You're not growing. Let me just mark these out real quick. So what my fifth one, right? Because I already did this. You are your friends. My fifth one is no, you aren't on someone's level, right? No, you aren't on someone's level. And like when I say that, it's like just have some humility. Like the thing about it is, right? Oh, before I move on to that one, right? I'm gonna go back to this one. Surround yourself with people better than you. The trick is, right, is when you surround yourself with people better than you, of course you're going to become better, because like you're going to become better than your old self. Not you're going to become better than them. You're just going to become better than your old self because you're no longer with people that was stagnant in their position, right? But when you, like, the trick is, right, when you hang out with people better than you, of course you're going to cut off your friends, your old friends, right? Because they're not helping you escalate, and they're not trying to also become better themselves. So you're going to just cut them off, right? And they're not doing nothing for you. They're not giving you no value, right? The trick is, if you have to want to become better to the point to where people you're hanging out with, you're giving them some type of value, right? Because some people, they just like to teach or whatever, and they'll do that. And like the value you'll be giving that person is like whatever value you could provide for them, right? So like they feel good whenever they teach somebody something. That's their value. They feel good, right? If you want to learn something, if you want to become something or whatever, you'll end up giving that person value. So they'll mind having you around, right? If you're basically that low level friend that you cut off to that person that's better than you, that person that better than you will cut you off. They will definitely do it, and I'm telling you, they will do it. Like, it didn't happen to me, but I know there were some times where I would see it so often, and I've actually had to do that. So there's people that I wouldn't be close to that I'll put myself in the vicinity of, and then there's people that I have to cut off because they're not doing the same thing for me. They'll say it they want to, but like I said, if you listen and then watch their actions, two completely different things, right? But when I say no, you're on people's know that you aren't on someone's level, is that when you hang out with people that are better than you, that you want to be near because they have something that's better than you, you just know it. You got to be like, damn, I want to be like this person. Don't have no envious energy talking about like, oh man, nah, bro, me and him, we basically the same person. Don't do that. Do not. Like, I learned that not from my doing, from like people that they would just hang around me. They'll just be like, bro, like you can just feel it. Like they think you're on the same level, but they're not growing because you don't think you're on someone's level that you hang out with. So stuff like that, right? Anyways. All right, so my sixth one is extend your prime, right? I learned that about 21, 22, maybe, I think it's 22, I don't know. But thank God, right? People don't like this guy, but I like him. I love him. He's amazing to me, right? Kevin Samuels, he like literally changed my life, bro. But I'm not gonna make this video about him. I'm just gonna say like him individually, like rest in peace him. He changed my life because like when I say extend your prime, people always say like, oh, like the 20s is gonna be the best year of your life. Bro, literally no, it is not. No, it is not. No, it is not. I'm telling you, no, it's not. When I say extend your prime, it literally means like, because if the 20s is supposed to be the best years of your life and you're over here just partying, drinking, whatever, like going out, trying to get with girls, everything, then when you get in your 30s, you're gonna spend your whole 30s basically trying to remember like what you did in your 20s and your, like, I don't know, your teens or whatever. And for me, that's just not it. Like, that's not it. You go to the gym, right? You go to the gym, work out your body. You're gonna be in your 30s, your 40s, and your 50s, and you're still gonna be able to move around. You're gonna be able to move fast as shit, run, work, wake ups. Like, you're not gonna be tired. You're not gonna be, oh my back. You're just not gonna be like that. Like your 20s, like for me personally, your 20s is like your foundation year, the years you should be building, right? Like, of course, people can do whatever they want, whatever. But in my experience, just like I'm using my 20s as like I'm building. That's just 10 years of your life, and it's not like I'm suffering like all the time. It's just like I'm just building my stepping stones, and I'm having fun doing it, and then trying to enjoy the process as well. That's one thing I need to do, is enjoy the process. But I do that. When I get into my 30s, I'll be straight, and I'll be straight for my 40s, 50s, my 60s, and if I'm alive that long. But yeah, like extend your prime, because if you over here just doing those things, yeah, you're gonna enjoy it, whatever, blah blah blah. But then you got 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and then you're gonna be miserable for the rest of those decades because you're working. Nah, that's not it, bro. Like, I mean, in your 20s, just doing that's nothing. That's nothing at all. The next one, right, is of course like, it goes hand in hand with this. You have to be uncomfortable, right? Where everybody knows what I'm talking about, blah, blah, blah. And it sounds cliche, but there's Superman, right? There's Superman, and then there's his arch nemesis, Doomsday, right? And Doomsday, right, we're just gonna throw out Superman. But like how Doomsday work, right, is that when he dies, if you kill him, like if I shoot him in the head and he dies, he'll come back, right? And whatever was the thing that killed him, he's immune to that, right? He's literally immune to it. He can't die by that thing anymore. If I shoot him in the head again, that's not gonna kill him. I gotta like take his ass to the sun. And even if I take his ass to the sun, when he dies and he comes back, I can't take him to the sun again, right? You have to like be uncomfortable. You have to constantly be changing, right? Sorry, I'm constantly having to change the brightness because it's getting darker. And one thing I figured, this is gonna be controversial, kind of, but not really. Specific advice, right? One reason this is gonna be weird. I think the world is kind of more fucked up. You got men taking women's advice, and then you got women taking men advice, right? That's what I think. That's truly what I actually think, because you got men taking women's advice, like telling them to, like, I don't know. Just, I think personally for me, there's advice that men have to go by if they want to like be like the type of men they really want to be. And then you got women be able to like indulge in their own nature, have a good life, like be secured in life. There's certain things they have to do, and that's the reason why I think like the world is kind of fucked up, because you got them taking each other's advice, and it's just messed up. So you got men being like acting like women, you got women acting like men, stuff like that. But that's just that, right? And that's just what I learned. That's just kind of what I learned. The ninth, right? So for the ninth thing that I learned is be selfish. You got to be selfish, bro. You got to be selfish. And okay, not like the selfish where you're like being stingy with your food and stuff like that. I'm talking about like with opportunities. You gotta be selfish, bro. You gotta be selfish. And the reason why I say be selfish is because everybody else is selfish. So it's kind of a disservice to you if you're not being selfish, and then everybody else is being selfish. Everybody else is doing things for their own benefit. They're being nice to you because they're gonna get something out of it, blah blah blah. And if they're not nice to you, or if they're not nice to you, they're not associating with you at all. Whatever, blah blah blah. Everybody's doing something for their own gain, and if you try to not do that, what they're doing is gonna be more a load on you, and it's just not gonna. I'm gonna give you an example, right? So where I work at, right? I work at a factory, right? A warehouse, whatever. And whenever we had to wear a mask, right? There's a guy there, and he didn't want to wear his mask. He never wanted to wear his mask, right? He was a big dude. He never wanted to wear his mask. He would always be like, oh, I have breathing problems, blah, 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 this and that and the third, right? He ended up getting COVID, right? And he ended up coming back. Like, we were supposed to spend at least like 2 weeks out. I think either a week or 2 weeks out of work, right? And he came back like 3 days later. So we were like, what the fuck? Like, why is he back, right? And the thing about him is he's being selfish, right? Because he has bills to pay, whatever, and he doesn't have any kids. Still live with his parents, stuff like that, because I listen, and he runs his mouth a lot. If I wasn't being selfish, I'd be like, okay, that's cool. You can continue to work, blah, blah, blah. But for me, I'm being selfish. I care about me, right? I care about me and my health. And I don't want to take what he has and then back to like my grandparents or my parents or my brothers, whoever, blah, blah, blah. And they get sick and then they die, right? That's just what I'm saying. Be selfish. You got to be selfish when it comes to anything, because everybody else is being selfish. Everybody is being selfish, right? So you just got to be selfish. My next tip, or my next thing, I don't know, it's like advice. I'm going to do two, right? Starting and consistency, right? Because consistency is key, and that's why you got to start, right? Because I give people advice all the time where like they always want to start videos. I always tell them this. I say, if you start a video right now, right? If you make a video right now, if you start going to the gym right now, like today, let's say, because my birthday is December 1st, right? Let's say December 1st, right? You make a video or you go to the gym right now and you don't have none of the equipment, right? You got whatever, right? It doesn't matter, bro. It literally doesn't matter, because if you go to the gym or you start that video right now, oh shit, on the 5th day, you're gonna already be doing it for 5 days. You already been doing it for 5 days. You're 5 days into it. You literally been doing it for 5 days already, and like not where you gotta wait until January 1st, like thousands and thousands and thousands of other people. If you start right now, you can already be doing it for 5 days. You're 5 days ahead of everybody else. And like I said, just start, bro. Just start. Like if you make a video right now, think about it, right? Like let's say PewDiePie, right? He's the PewDiePie, Mr. Beast, somebody, I don't know. They have like the biggest following ever, right? If you go back to his first video or their first video, and obviously, if you got an iPhone, the cameras are awesome now, right? Your first video will be better than their first video. Like, I'm telling you, bro, just start. Like, just start, bro. Like, don't, like, just go, bro. Just do it. Just start, bro. I wish I would have learned that when I was younger, because I spent, like, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on camera equipment, stuff like this. I'm like, no, it got to be perfect. It got to be perfect. It got to be perfect. Like, I got to have this quality. I'm like, man, if I would have just kept making videos, bro, I would have been so much further ahead in life. I mean, not ahead in life, but like, I would have been so much further than where I was before, right? My next tip / advice / thing I learned is you got to have a kill switch for your image, right? You got to have a kill switch for your image / your ego. What I mean by that is there's people at my job, like, just from my experience, right? There's people at my job that, like, because I listen, I know they will never benefit me, right? They will never benefit me, right? I'm there just like them. I'm there to work, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about my image to them, right? I don't care. I'll go to work. I don't care about my hair. I'm not trying to go out dripped out, all this other stuff, like bling, bling. I don't care about any of that shit, bro. I don't care. Like, because I'm there just like them. We're getting paid the same amount. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. There's certain people that just won't do nothing for me that I'm like, bro, I don't care. I'm not trying to, like, protect my image and ego for you, because you're literally not worth it to me. Like I know your goals because you spilled it out, but like I said, have a kill switch for your ego, your image. If you have that, bro, you're gonna go so much further in life than you think, bro. I promise you this. Like, I think maybe as soon as I graduated, I stopped caring about my clothes, like, for real. I actually stopped caring, like everything that I usually have. I still go shopping. I don't relax. I still go shopping here and there, but most of the stuff that I have and wear is either not like no Gucci, like no super designer type of thing. Like this, my girlfriend got it for me last Christmas, right? She got it for me last Christmas. This is my camera in there. Yeah, my girlfriend, she also got this for me randomly. Thank you for that. Like I said, I don't really care about, like, my image. I really don't care. Like, the only time I should care is whenever I'm around people that, like, oh, I'm like, this person could benefit me, right? They could make me go a step further where I want to be. I'm not going to be all like nonchalant, I don't care, blah, blah, this, all that. Like, yeah, that's my advice. Like, have a kill switch for your ego and your image. Like, know when to cut it off, know when to cut it on. Know when your image should matter, right? My next one is, it's not an advice, it's more like something I just learned. That's what the video is about. People, they divide to feel better, right? And that's one thing I definitely learned. I learned recently. People divide to feel better. And I'm so glad. Me growing up, I wasn't into sports, right? I'm so glad I didn't care about basketball, I don't care about baseball, I don't care about football. I mean, I care a little bit about baseball, but like, that's because I played baseball. But I don't care about, like, sports in general at all, like, at all, right? Like, the reason why I say that is because people at my job, right, that they're like, bro, you suck, you like this team, oh, I'm better than you, like, oh, blah, 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 whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like they argue about where they're from, what shoes they wear, what clothes they wear. I'm like, bro, what? Like, there's people that real life think that they're better than you, or they're on a such higher level because of, like, the clothes they wear or the team they support or like whatever. Like, it just doesn't, like, I don't care about any of that stuff, bro. Like, mind you, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody. I'm just saying I don't care about things that don't matter. Like it doesn't matter to me, bro. It just doesn't matter, right? People divide like people divide to feel better about themselves. They'll think, you know, oh, bro, you got on that shirt, bro, you lame. I'm like, bro, I don't care. It's just a shirt. Like, what the fuck? Shut up, nigga. But but I got about 3 more. So this one is read, bro, like dead ass read, bro. Like it's like a power, bro. It's low key like a power. Like read or listen to audiobooks. I kind of do a little bit of both. I like audiobooks better. This video is sponsored. No, I'm just kidding. No. I listen to audiobooks more because when I'm at work and I'm working for like 10 hours straight, I usually have my headphones in, or my earbud in, and I'm just listening. So I'm just like listening to what I want to listen to. Sorry, the video stopped. Like I listen to audiobooks and stuff like that because when you read or you listen to audiobooks or whatever, and like I didn't realize this, but you learn new ideas. Like I'm overthink, and then I also kind of have an open mind, so I'm also learning new things. But when I started reading, I'm like, damn, I never thought about it this way. I'm like, that is crazy. Like, it's crazy how like I would have never thought about it this way if I didn't read this book or I didn't listen to this audiobook. I'm just like, it's wild, bro. But like I said, bro, just like read, read, listen to audiobooks, whatever, bro. Just do that. And 2 more, right? My next one is patterns, right? The world runs on patterns. Everybody has a pattern. Like, I'm telling you, everybody has a pattern. When you wake up in the morning, actually, matter of fact, before you even wake up, which side of the bed you sleep on? What do you wear to bed? How do you go to sleep? Like, what do you brush your teeth? Everybody, like, if you pay attention to your patterns, like I say, you want to get better in life at anything you do, you have to notice your patterns. You have to understand your pattern. What do you do? Like when you have nothing to do, what do you do? What do you watch? Do you go on TikTok? Are you always in bed? Stuff like that. If you want to become a better person, stuff like that, just notice your patterns, bro. And then you have to also break your patterns, because one thing I figured out is like it's very, very, very hard to break a pattern if you're constantly putting yourself in that position. Let's just say I'm trying to think of an example. Like porn. Let's say you want to break like your porn addiction or whatever, right? But whenever you get off work, right, you're not doing anything. Like, and you're just on your phone and you're on TikTok and you're following girls that like post half naked pics. You're going to get tempted. Break the catalyst of the pattern. Like break the things that's making you do it. Like when you get off work, go to the gym. Stuff like that. Like stop hanging out with the people you hang out with. Stop talking to the people you talk to. Stop, you know what I mean? Stop doing that stuff. I can make individual videos about every single thing I just named. Prolonged videos, right? Holy shit, bro. My last advice or thing I learned, right? And this was, maybe I probably wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for this thing. I feel like I would have been further, right? Keep quiet until it's permanent. That's kind of self-explanatory. My thing, right, was that whenever I would get like this deal where, because I shoot videos, right? I'm a videographer, right? I'll get like this good deal, and I'm like, oh shit, like it's a chance for me to make a lot of money, and I'll do this thing where I'll end up telling everybody, my girlfriend, my brothers, my mom, everybody, bro. And then for some reason it just wouldn't happen. I feel like if I would have not said anything, it would have happened, right? It would have happened. It would have succeeded. It would have went through. So that's just my thing now. Just keep quiet until it's permanent. Don't tell nobody. I live by that right now. So I'm just like, I don't tell people. Maybe I'll tell one person, but it'll be the person that like actually like believes in what I'm doing and like actually like supports me. Other than that, I don't tell a single soul, bro, because that's one thing I low-key figured out when I was younger. I'll come up with this crazy idea where it'll be crazy, bro. It'll just be wild. But of course, the person I tell to be like, what? Shut the fuck up. Like, nah, they won't be like that. But they'll be like, nah, that ain't it, dog. That ain't it, dog. Nah. I mean, I'll just be like, man, what the fuck? Like, all of this shit was fire. And then I'll just end up discarding the idea. So I'm just like, nah. Now I just keep it quiet. So if I had to take away like 3 things, I would have said, right, like just start. No, like starting consistency. If I would have started instead of trying to like, oh, not yet, I need to get this gear, I would have been further. I would have been way further, bro. I feel like if I would have started reading earlier, because I didn't start reading until like I was like 22. But like I felt like if I would have read earlier, I would have had different ideas. I would have been more open-minded, and it would have gotten me probably even further than I was. And also to be selfish. I felt like if I was more selfish, I would have been so much further. I always gave people like the benefit of the doubt. So So it always ended up putting me in a predicament where I was just like, damn it, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Or I wish, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. It's getting pretty dark. If you liked the video, if you took anything from this video, please leave a like. Comment which thing that I've said is like it stood out to you. That's about it for the video. I wish myself a happy birthday. I might make one next year, but I don't know. I might make one at like 30 or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, just keep grinding, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep grinding, rise and shine to a new day. Not playing.